Hello everyone and welcome to Black History Beyond the Textbooks, the YouTube channel where we explore the amazing stories of African Americans who made history in their own ways. Today we're going to talk about Robert Smalls, a Civil War hero, a politician, and a pioneer of black education. Robert Smalls was born in 1839 in Beaufort, South Carolina, as an enslaved person. He worked as a waiter, a lamplighter, and a sailor in Charleston, where he met his wife Hannah, who was also enslaved. They had 2 children, but they could not legally marry or live together as a family. In 1861, when the Civil War broke out, Smalls was hired as a crew member on a Confederate transport ship called the Planter. He learned how to navigate the ship and the harbor, and he secretly planned to escape with his family and other enslaved people on board. On the night of May 13, 1862, Smalls and his crew seized the Planter while the white officers were ashore. They sailed to a nearby wharf, where they picked up their families and some other freedom seekers. Then they headed for the Union blockade, passing by several Confederate forts. Smalls wore the captain's hat and gave the correct signals to avoid suspicion. He also draped a white bed sheet over the ship's flagpole as a sign of surrender. When they reached the Union fleet, Smalls delivered the Planter and its valuable cargo to the Navy. He also provided important information about the Confederate defenses and plans. He and his crew were hailed as heroes by the Northern press and received some of the prize money for capturing the ship. Smalls continued to serve in the Navy as a pilot, participating in several battles and missions. He was wounded in action and promoted to captain, becoming the first black person to command a U.S. vessel. After the war, Smalls returned to Beaufort, where he bought his former master's house and lived there with his family. He also became a leader in the Republican Party and was elected to the South Carolina legislature and then to the U.S. Congress. He fought for civil rights, education, and economic development for his people. He helped create the first free public school system in South Carolina and founded a newspaper called the Beaufort Standard. Smalls died in 1915 at the age of 75. He was buried with honors at the Tabernacle Baptist Church in Beaufort. His legacy lives on as an inspiration for generations of African Americans who strive for freedom, justice, and equality. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Black History Beyond the Textbooks. Now I have 2 questions for you. What do you think was the most courageous thing that Robert Smalls did in his life? How do you think Robert Smalls influenced other African Americans during and after Reconstruction? Let me know your answers in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching and see you next time on Black History Beyond the Textbooks.